Housing, handling and training rats at RISE. Our work starts when the rats arrive at our facility. With careful and gentle handling, we give the rats a positive view of us and their new home. Trust between animal and handler is important for future training. Rats are very friendly if you treat them carefully, even when they are scared. This is how we house our rats in modified former rabbit cages. We call these cages family cages, and we can house up to 10 rats per cage. In these cages, the rats can climb, balance and hide if they feel they need to. They also have a box for digging in and a hammock to sleep on. We also use observation boxes where we monitor behavior. We observe the animals both during the training period and during the study. Collection of behavioral data enhances the judgment of changes in general condition. For example, if a substance affects the central nervous system, the rats will not climb and balance. Rats are very social animals when they are handled and trained gently. This video is filmed only 2 days after the rats arrived at our facility. We see our laboratory animals as companions and heroes. Many lives have been sacrificed to develop new and safer medicines and chemicals. New methods are in many cases replacing the use of animals today. Hopefully in the future, no laboratory animals will be needed at all. Until that day, everybody working with these animals should exhibit a high culture of care. Unnecessary stress and fear can so easily be avoided with gentle handling and training. Where permissible, we use certified treats as a positive reinforcer in our training. Rodents don't eat treats if they feel threatened or stressed. When they are calm and feel secure, they simply love it. This shows the initial training session of a rat. You must be very gentle at the beginning and respect individual differences. With gentle handling, we create trust between animal and handler. We want the rats to trust our hands and the vet bed. Hind limbs are handled additionally when blood samples are to be taken by the saphenous vein, and likewise the tail prior to blood samples or intravenous administration. We train wrapping if we want the animals to be still for longer periods of time. We simply touch different parts of the body to create recognition prior to the start of the study. All our rodents are trained 4 to 6 times before commencing experimental procedures. Each training session takes about 1 to 2 minutes. The training is conducted during the acclimatization period. Blood sampling on a trained rat. Firstly, blood directly into a tube. This method is used when we collect up to 500 microliters of blood. The rat is calm and curious. Secondly, microsampling into a capillary tube, a method used when collecting minor amounts of blood. Afterwards, the rat seeks contact with the handler and receives a cuddle. Microsampling conducted when a rat sits on a vet bed eating a treat. Although she reacts to the venipuncture, she remains calm and continues eating. She is also curious of the cameraman. This is the first time she is being blood sampled after training. This rat has been trained to eat a treat in a house. She is also very curious of the surroundings. She feels the venipuncture but remains calm. Some rats prefer the house over the vet bed. These houses are also used as environmental enrichments in their cages. This shows oral gavage on trained rats. As you can see, the rats seek contact with the handler. When the rats are trained, no firm grip is needed, just a slight fixation of the head. Although being dosed, they seek contact with the handler directly. Rats don't have a gag reflex as we do, so they are easily trained to accept the soft chew. This method of dosing is often used when a compound is destined to be given orally to humans. To avoid leaving one rat alone in the box, rats can be dosed in pairs at the table. It looks like a third rat also would like to participate. Working with handled and trained rats represents welfare for both the animal and the handler. In some cases, restrainers can't be avoided, for example in inhalation studies. Being restrained is very stressful. By putting a treat in front of the restrainer, we can train the animals to freely enter the restrainer and gain a positive attitude towards the tube. The tubes can also be put in the rat's home cage. In this way, one can train several rats at the same time. Clicker training can also be used if one has only one rat. This rat gets a click every time she is in the right position in the tube. She is rewarded with a treat. Here she is trained to put her nose in an anesthesia mask. Rats are easy to clicker train, and they have a very good memory. Training laboratory rodents is no different than training private pets. The more recognition we can create, the less stressful a treatment the lab will be. Use of training and recognition treatments generates a less stressful environment for both the animals and their handlers. Training of both the animals and the handlers also leads to fewer stress-related mistakes in experimental protocols. By working so closely with our rodents, we learn new things every day and can continue to optimize our work even more. Rats are amazing animals. They are very social, adapt quickly, and are eager to learn new things and explore. It's very easy to work with rats that are handled and trained properly. They simply like to hang out with us even though they are part of the experimental procedure. Thanks for watching this video and take good care of your rats. They are lovely animals. For more information, contact 3r.refinement@ri.se.